Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, unless of course you're new here, in which case hi, hello, my name is Ashley, and welcome to my random little corner of the internet. As you can tell from today's title, we're doing my July TBR, and because it's July, that means we're doing another round of Four Nations Readathon, and I dressed accordingly. So if you were here in January, I told you that I had completed all the nations, and I was just working on my groups so that I could go to chakra training, and then I could become the avatar. Turns out I was wrong, and just a little absent-minded. I started with earthbending, we did good. Went to firebending, did good. I did airbending, all good. Somehow just forgot about the water tribe. I don't know what happened. It's fine. It's fine. So we are going to start Water Tribe this month. However, when I came to this realization, I had already started planning for one of the other groups, which included having to do a poll, and because I'd already submitted that poll and it was going good, I was like, we're still going to do that group, but also start waterbending. So, we're going to start with that group first, and I was preparing for lava bending. Lava bending, turns out, is probably the hardest, not necessarily the hardest, I'm sure there's other ones that are in here that are ridiculous, but lava bending was insane. To complete lava bending, there are 3 prompts. The first prompt, which is the hard one, this was the one that was difficult, is so very niche. This is a book with lava on the cover or the word lava in the title. I was this close to going to read the volcano book, Magic Treehouse, like the Vacation on the Volcano or something, the one about Pompeii. So close, because what? And then I was looking in the Discord for this readathon and looking at the past 6 years worth of recommendations, and someone was like, well, hey, the TV tie-in, the specific TV tie-in cover of Good Omens, this one, has lava on the cover. It's barely there. It's right here. You can see it. You can see it. It's there. And that's what I'm working with. And I've already decided I'm doing the audiobook because my library had, or I use Cloud Library. I don't use Libby because my library doesn't work with it. Has the full cast audio. So we've got David Tennant, we've got Michael Sheen, we've got, I always want to say Adrena Jorna. It's not Adrena Jorna. I mean, she was in season 1. Because she played Amarantha, but it's Lady Danbury or Martha's mom in Doctor Who. I can't remember her name, but she's in there, and then it's a full cast, and I'm so excited to listen to it. It's gonna be great. But yeah, so that is what I'm going to go with for a book with lava on the cover. I don't own it. Getting it from the library because that was hard. The second prompt for this one is the one that I submitted to the Discord for a poll. No, it's not. Not yet. The next one is a book with 650 or more pages, which is a lot. I have a few. Most of them are Game of Thrones. But this is not Game of Thrones. However, it does have dragons. So also fire. And it'll be great. But I have already read the first one. And honestly, this is a little better than Game of Thrones because I'm not going to lie. Game of Thrones drags. I'm going to read Eldest by Christopher Paolini. This is my husband's copy that he's had for many years, and it's seen better days. Like, this jacket has seen better days. It's, as it was when he got it, it was only $1 at Half Price Books. You can't see that, but there's a clearance sticker that says $1. So, like, it was already in rough shape. I might replace it at some point. I don't know. But anyways, so this is what I'm reading for 650 plus pages. I thought possibly also doing the audio for this one, because 650 plus pages. How many actual pages are there? Hold on. I think it's like 7. No? 668. I was like, okay, I had to stop because my phone was freaking out because it was full. I don't even know if we're in the right angle. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so the last thing I was talking about was Eldest. A book over 650 pages. It's 668. That's what I was talking about. I thought about doing the audio. Then I listened to the sample of the audio, and it's not going to work. The man who does the narrations for these, it would put me to sleep. unfortunately. So I will be either physically reading this or getting the e-version from my library. Usually when it's a chonker like this, I can do the ebook because my brain can't see how chonky. So we'll see. But that's my 650 put. Then, for the poll. The prompt is pick 10 books and have somebody else choose, specifically someone who also already has lava bending. And then they choose, but like what we all have ended up doing is like put it in the Discord and then let people vote until you're ready to end that voting. So these are the 10 books that I put on Discord. And basically what we've all been doing is putting it in there and then like letting people vote until they're done, you know, they're ready to pick their TBR. I only did it like 2 days ago, so we didn't have like a super long time for people to vote. But the one that won out was Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. Will this finish out the series for me? Yes, because it obviously is the third book, and I've read the other two. Have I heard it's not great? Also, yes. The way that I have read the Grishaverse is just way out of whack. So I've read Shadow and Bone and Siege and Storm? I've read those two. I've read Six of Crows. I think I've read Crooked Kingdom. I would have to check. And then, like, I've read Rule of Wolves. Like, I don't know. No, I don't think I've read Rule of Wolves. Because they're all, like, their own thing, but they're also I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I've done. Point being, for this prompt, I will be reading Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. It is the third in the Grishaverse, the third from Shadow and Bone. We will be getting the conclusion to figure out what happens with Alina, the Sun Summoner. Did you watch the show? Because I did. This is a perma sticker. It is printed on the cover. Did you watch the show? I was a little sad with how it ended, I'm not gonna lie. They kind of killed it. It had a potential. It had so much potential to be good. It was just kind of okay. And that makes me really sad. But anyways. That's lava bending. I have to finish all 3 of those books to complete lava bending. Now we move on to Water Tribe. For level 1, because we're starting at the beginning for Water Tribe. So level 1, it's just one book, and that's a book with a blue cover. I am a little bit behind on reading my sister Story Swap books. This is a book that she gave me in May. It just didn't fit a prompt, and I ran out of time to squeeze it in there. So I'm going to be reading To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. It is blue, like the water is blue, which also counts for, I'm counting it, don't tell G, this will be my June prompt for Adventures in Eldia, because it's water on the cover. I forgot about it until like 2 days ago that I hadn't done my June prompt. I'm not together. I'm not an organized person. So we're squeezing this in. We'll say this is the June prompt, especially if I read this first at the beginning of the month. We'll be good. We'll be good to go. So, blue cover, water on the cover, To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. The next book, and this is the same way for all 4 nations. Level 2 is a book under 100 pages, which, holy moly, drives me insane. However, I don't know why I didn't do this in the first place, like why these never came up when I Googled before, because I'd always Google books under 100 pages, and it was giving me, like, random things. Like, I know for one of the nations I read The Little Prince. I don't remember what I read for those. However, I was looking for it, and this time, Call of Cthulhu came up on the list. So we're reading that. It really all depends on where I get it from. If it's between 8 pages and 49 pages, point being still less than 100. I think the one on Kindle Unlimited, that is Kindle Unlimited, because there are a couple versions that aren't. There was one that was like 52 cents and it had 48 pages. I think the one that I got that is on Kindle Unlimited is 28 pages. So that's what I'm going to read for that. I'm fully aware that H.P. Lovecraft was not a great person, and that this is also supposed to be horror, but then I'm reading reviews, and even though he's like the king of horror, or like the originator of horror, it's not really a horror. So I don't know what I'm getting into this. Obviously it's a classic. I just I don't know, like, I know the concept of Cthulhu, but I don't know what this story is at all. So I honestly could just sit down and read that real quick in a half-hour time and be good to go. So, that's going to be, and level 2 will be completed. Level 3 for Water Tribe is, they each have a name, and I didn't talk about that. So level 1 is Nation Inhabitant, level 2 is Fisherman, and then level 3 is Basics of Bending. So for Water Tribe, that is Ice Shield, a book with ice on the cover, and Ice Blade, a book that has assassins. So for Ice Shield, a book with ice on the cover, we're going to go with The Sun and the Star Maker by Rachel Griffin. We have ice in the trees, snow, we're good. See, it's beautiful. This is my Fairy Loot edition, and it's so pretty. It's sparkly. I was excited to read this when it came in. Like, it sounds like a fun time. Fun, but also, like, tragic. I don't know. It'll be great. And then for a book that has assassins, I'm going to go with... I also thought forgot this was hardback. I grabbed it, and I thought it was paperback. Anyways, we're going to be reading The Queen That Will... This Queen? No, just The Queen. The Queen Will Betray You by Sarah Henning. This is the second in a trilogy, I believe. I know the first book is The Princess Will Save You. And then I think the third one is like The King Will Kill You or something along those lines. The King Will Destroy You. I'm going to put it on the screen. I'm pretty certain it has something to do with the king. I can't remember. But yeah. That's 7 books. Kind of, I guess, like if you want to count, because obviously the Call of Cthulhu is a book. It's just a very short book, and that's fine. But yeah, I mean, the only thing I'm worried about is Eldest, because it's long. But, like, this is, we've got this, and then we also have Good Omens, which I think when I looked up the audiobook, it's like 12 hours long, which if you listen to it 1x speed. I don't listen to it 1x speed. I don't know. I might have to. I'm sorry, I just kind of zoned out. I might have to listen to it 1x speed because it is a full audio, and if I change the speed, it kind of changes people's voice, and then it doesn't sound like David Tennant or Michael Sheen, and then I get sad, and then... I don't know. I think we might have to listen to 1x speed. So that's a 12-hour audiobook. I think it's okay. But, like, I think this is fine. I think we got this. And then we'll be done with the first 3 levels of Water Tribe, and I can continue on with it in January. This was a lot. I'm never organized for these things. But speaking of, like, Avatar, are you watching the Netflix show? We enjoyed season 1. It had its hang-ups. We're really enjoying season 2 as well. Obviously, there's changes because you have to have changes because it's a live-action show. We're still enjoying it. I'm very much enjoying it. I think that Elizabeth Yu is nailing it as Azula.
I serve at the pleasure of the Fire Lord. I serve at the pleasure of the Fire Lord.
But yeah, it's going to wrap us up. So, what are you reading in July? Do you have a plan? Or are you winging it? Winging it's fine. If you are just here for the vibes, let's see what kind of emoji to leave me today. Let's leave... Is there a dragon emoji for Eldest? Because it's going to be the one that is a struggle. So let's put this dragon emoji in the comments below if you made it to the end of this craziness. And, yeah. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button as well as the big red subscribe button and the notification bell so you're always notified every time that I upload. And until next time, bye!
I serve at the pleasure of the Fire Lord. I serve at the pleasure of the Fire Lord. I serve at the pleasure of the Fire Lord. I serve at the pleasure of the Fire Lord. I serve.